Today we are sharing a recipe for potato breakfast rosties and homemade baked beans. So our first job is to get all our ingredients ready as they're listed in the recipe. First up, grate our potatoes. Now that you've grated all your potatoes, we're going to put a little bit of salt on there, and that's going to help draw the moisture out, and that'll make them really crispy when we fry it later. Right, so for our homemade beans, we're going to add a few breakfast vegetables in there. So we've got some tomatoes and some mushrooms, and we just need to finely chop them up. So with our tomatoes, we're going to stand it this way up, cut it in half, this way up, and we're going to cut through this side of the skin, keeping our fingers out of the way. Now we want both of these chopped even finer, cut over the top using our cross chop. Of chopped tomatoes, and then our beans. So these are cannellini beans. I'm going to drain the water. So we're now going to leave our beans to simmer until they're lovely and thick. Now, whilst our beans are simmering away and getting lovely and thick, we are going to get ready to make our rosti. So we need to squeeze as much water out of our potatoes as possible to help them go really crispy when we fry them. So we need a clean tea towel, an extra bowl, and we're just going to lift these potatoes into the tea towel. So because the potatoes have been sitting with salt in them, it's going to draw lots of the water out. So we can just wrap them up in the tea towel and squeeze. And once you've got as much water out as possible, you can then put your grated potato back into the bowl. Now our beans are finished, which means we can make a start on making our sausage meat rosti. So we can use a knife to just slice the top, then the skin will peel off. We've got a pan on a medium-high heat. So once your oil is heated up, you can now start breaking off little chunks of sausage mince. You've got two choices with your rosti. You can either fry them in a pan, or you could bake it in a little dish like this, which we've put a little bit of olive oil on, and we're just going to pack the mixture into there and then bake it in the oven. Once you can smell your your rosti cooking really well and you can just about lift around the edges and it stays together, you can get ready to flip it. So if you have been baking your rosti in the oven, after about 20 minutes, it should be looking a little bit golden on the top and you can take it out. A little bit like this. And we can cut it up and serve it in little slices. Our special breakfast brunch all completed. Our homemade beans, our potato and sausage rostis, and we've put on a nice crispy fried egg as well. Hope you enjoy it and we look forward to seeing all your pictures as well.